Hello guys, welcome back to another Android Studio tutorial. So before create an Android application based on runtime permission, you must understand what is the workflow of a runtime permission in an Android application. So this is an Android Oreo device. So from Android version 6.0 onwards, the story behind Android permissions is completely changed. So the permissions are categorized into two, normal and dangerous permissions. So if your app contains a dangerous permission, then you have to request for that permission at a runtime. All other permissions are automatically granted by the system. So if it is Android version lower than 6.0, you have to accept all the permissions at the time of installation, and all the permissions are granted at the installation time. So in this application, we need three permissions: camera, external storage, and read contacts. So these three permissions are very dangerous permissions. So if the application contains a dangerous permission, you have to ask the permission request at a runtime. So here, by using these buttons, you can ask for individual permission, and by using this button, you can ask for a group permission. So first, here I am going to use the camera feature. So camera is a dangerous permission. So when I open camera, I have to check whether camera permission is already granted or not. So I try to open camera, but here it is not permitted yet. So the Android system will display a standard system dialog. So this application need to take pictures and record video. So this is a standard system dialog. The app developer cannot customize this system dialog. This is a standard system dialog. So here you have two options: deny or allow. So first, here I am going to allow this permission. So now I can open camera, I can take pictures and record videos. So if I try to open the same feature again, it is already granted. So we check whether the permission is already granted or not. If it is granted, we can continue with the operation. Now I am going to write some file to the external storage. So this is the second permission. So now this application need to access photos, medias, and files on your device. So now here I am going to deny that permission first. So now that permission is denied. Now I try to enable that same features again. So in such situation, so if a permission is requested before and if it is denied, in such a situation, it is better to display an explanation to the user. So here I already denied this permission to write to the external storage. So in such situation, it is better to display an explanation to the user why this permission is important for the application. So it is already denied. So this is not a system standard dialog. This is the responsibility of the developer to display an explanation to the user. So now I'm ready to grant the permission, so allow it. So now this time, this is a second permission request. So if a permission is requested before and if the user try to request that same permission again, in that condition, the system again show a standard system dialog with an additional component. Here you can see a checkbox is available, don't ask again. So this is the second time I request for the same permission. So again system display the same system dialog, but with an additional feature, an additional component is a checkbox. But here I'm going to allow this permission now. Now the system have the write to external storage permission. Now the system can use camera, write to external storage. Now I need a third permission called read contacts. Try to access that permission. So for the first time, the system will display a standard dialog. the application need to access your contact, and here I deny that one. So that permission is denied for the first time. Try to open that permission again. So in that case, this permission is denied before, so it is better to display an explanation to the user. So the user want to allow that permission again, but here I am not going to allow it. I check this checkbox and deny that one. So for the contacts permission, I denied it for the first time, and for the second time I check don't ask again and denied it. So in that condition, in that situation, the Android system will not display that permission request dialog again. So in such situation, it is better to lead the user to the app settings page, and the user can go to the permissions in app settings and enable the needed permission. So now I try to read contacts again. So in that case, that permission denied 2 times, and it is better to lead the user to the app settings page. So from settings, user can go to permissions, and here the contact is not permitted yet. So now I enable the contact permission. Now go back to the application, try to read contacts. Now this application have all the permissions available. Now we can consider the group permission. For that, here I am going to uninstall this application. Try to install that application again from Android Studio. Okay, now the application available in this Android virtual device. Now we can check the group permission. So this is a group permission, and here you can see a counter that display how many permissions are available in this group. So here there are 3 permissions are available in this group. So this is the first permission, access your contacts. I allow the contacts, and this is for access the external storage. I deny the storage permission, and this is for take pictures. That means the camera permission, I deny that one also. So this is not a standard system dialog. Here I display this alert dialog that display the permission granted details. So here the read contact is granted, write to external storage is denied, camera is denied. Now in this application, 3 dangerous permissions are needed. Among I allow only 1 permission, read contacts. Now try to open the group permission again. Now here there is only 2 permissions are available, because 3 permissions are needed, 1 is already granted, so 2 are remaining. And here the 2 permissions are asked before, that's why this don't ask again box appear. So now I'm going to allow camera and deny record video. So here storage is granted and camera is denied. So now the application can write to external storage, read contacts, but camera is not permitted it. So this is requested before, that's why the system, not by the system, the developer display an explanation to the user why this permission is important for the app. So click allow, and I select don't ask again and deny that one. So if I try to use camera again, it will lead the user to the application settings page, and from permissions user can enable camera. So here I enable camera, but I disable contacts. The user can revoke the permission at any time. So here I revoke the contact permission. Now go back to the application. Now the user try to open contacts again. So read contacts. So in that case, the permission is already requested and user revoke it later. So it is better to display an explanation to the user why this permission needed by the application. So allow that one. Now I allow that permission. Now the application have all the needed permissions. So this is how the Android runtime permissions works on Android version greater than 6.0. So I hope you understand how the runtime permissions works on Android version 6.0 and above. From the next video onwards, we can create an Android application similar to this one. For getting more Android tutorial updates, please subscribe this channel now. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.